Hello, YouTube episode. I don't know, session. This and so an episode. This and so. Session 3, episode 2. We were doing downtime activities last time. Has anyone determined what kind of downtime activities you guys want to do in your?
Yes, sleep.
Okay.
Can I try to craft some med packs?
All right. Goodness.
I would
Question.
like to try to connect some of these lineage to the Force and learn artifacts as tools for efficiency. Learning how to make lightsabers again in the future, so they can make his own.
Crafting.
Hey, I remember who taught those younglings how to make lightsabers? It was a droid, you fucking racist.
True.
Of course it was a droid.
How could it be racist to a droid?
Yeah.
Well,
I can't be racist. It's like a toaster. It's like a toaster.
It's not a race. They are not even a race. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna have to do like Star Trek Measure of a Man like as a session in this campaign?
yes.
Yeah.
Make it
What if he meets your third criteria? What then? What is he now?
Right. Consumables generate 1d4 worth. Consumables generate 1d4 worth of consumables, require 1 downtime per tier to craft, and require scrap in tons equal to their cost in credits divided by 50, minimum of 1 ton. So, 100, divided by 50 would be 2 tons. What item did you want to craft?
Med pack?
A med pack. Alright, let me see.
Or however many I can.
Med pack. And the price is 300. Divided by 50 is 3 tons. And you will
6.
get to 6. Okay, cool. Oh yeah. Maths. And you get to create 1d4 med packs. So go ahead and roll now.
Do I add anything for being proficient with biochemist kit?
No, that would have. Actually, yeah. Go ahead and add plus 2 to that d4. And remember that I said plus 2, because I'll forget next time and I'll make up another number. Or don't.
Just proficiency. If you want to just say it's proficiency.
Sure. Well, no, proficiency
Yeah.
is too hard because you'll be crafting like 1,000 of these.
So 4.
4, yeah. Go ahead and add 4 to your.
I'll distribute that out. Each of the other human characters can take a med pack.
Okay.
You can have it for yourself. I have like 3 med packs now, so like.
Well, you can have 4.
Sure. Okay.
I will modify the scrap under cargo. You spend 6 tons.
I know that's not a lot in the grand schemes of things, but it just sounds like a.
6 tons sounds like a lot.
Or med packs.
Everybody out the rear windows, you guys see like several Buicks just go out the airlock and we walk upstairs with like 4 bottles of juice.
That's over yet.
I mean, it is quite impressive to make a med pack out of like a scrap from Tatooine.
Out of junk, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm squeezing the glands of a womp rat down here that we found inside that Tatooine chunk.
Sure. Something like that. Yeah. Actually, let's do this. Are we all done with the downtime admin?
We're Black Titan.
All right. Let's start with Lumiya. I think Lumiya, you took double sleep.
Yes.
So what does it look like? What does Lumiya look like these 2 days in the ship?
She like went into her room and kind of like her quarters and kind of like I don't know, played video games before like the end of the night. I don't know.
Cool.
Just relaxing because like Tatooine was very exhausting. That planet like should not exist.
Cool. Human, what does it look like? You spent both of yours doing a black site.
Yeah, I'm just scouring the HoloNet for like nice cribs, nice places, looking at couches, naked droid pictures on the wall,
Okay.
and I got it all pictured. I'm just at that screen the whole time,
Nice.
trying to keep away from these new people that I've met, who I'm not quite sure are trying to put a restraining bolt back on me. Some of them seem nice, some of them don't. Just very anxious at the moment, just not very trusting. Looking around, shifty, you know.
Cool. Dr. Harjacc, you contributed one to the black site and crafted. What does Dr.
Yes.
Harjacc look like these 2 days?
He is just at any time people see him, he's just covered in like different amounts of viscera. He just looks like he's a terrible. He has shaky hands in a butcher shop. Like,
Cool. Neron, what is... I already forgot Neron, I'm sorry. What downtime activities did you take?
I was helping Human finding the black sites.
Cool. Both days. So what do you
Yeah.
what do you look like when you are helping Human?
Probably a little more hands-on, like raw searching instead of searching in the HoloNet. Is more like going into the satellite images of different planets to find some secure locations and shit.
Nice. Cool. And what about you, Jarrus? What do you look like these 2 days?
These 2 days, he is also assisting with a black site for one, so he's looking at the local fauna and plant life of the planet to see, is it suitable? Do you have to worry about any hostile xenophobic life, like rancors, greyhounds, things of that nature? And then the other day, he's locked up in like his room as he's trying to like reconnect his connection with the Force a bit, as he's trying to like remember how he helped create his first lightsaber and how he can potentially put that 2 and 2 back together.
Nice. Okay. So, at the end of the 2 days, with a whoosh and an echoey reverberation, the ship pops out here, where I have put Lumiya.
How much fuel should I remove?
Boom, right here. Fuel. Let's go back to the ship cheat sheet, which I keep closing for some reason. Cheat sheet. And there's travel somewhere. So I think it's just the 2 fuel. Let me see again. Traveling rules. Orbit to outer edge. Region traveling to... I have not specified unless it's here. Astrogation. Also choose Supreme lines. Let me have a gander. Resource costs. Costs and usage. Uses a unit's worth of fuel for 1 day in flight in real space or hyperspace, after 1 hour in Atmo, or in a single jump. So that'd be 4 fuel, or rather
4 fuel.
3.
Okay,
3
I
fuel.
remove
3
3
fuel.
fuel. Okay.
1 to jump and 2 to travel for 2 days.
Okay, I removed 3 fuel.
And that is under 3 resources and usages, fuel usage, in the Starship cheat sheet, whatever the hell.
What? I'm not sure. What do you mean?
All things considered, 2 days isn't bad for where we at to where we ended up.
Yep. In the Star Wars Starships cheat sheet that is in handouts, under 0.3 resource costs and usage, I've put it in. It says a ship uses a unit's worth of fuel for 1 day of flight in real space or hyperspace after 1 hour of flight in Atmo, or in a single jump to hyperspeed.
Okay.
So
yeah, I removed 3 fuel.
Yeah, cool. All right, now is your time to shine. This nebula underneath you, somewhere in casting a pink hue on the underside of the ship, and now it's a question of flying this distance to Illum. Let's see, Jarrus. So we're gonna use the Force So go ahead and roll. Are you proficient in
Yeah.
piloting?
Oh, let me see.
I guess I will invite Jarrus and say, well, go on. You have any ideas where to go?
I haven't been there in a while. But I have faith. Trust me. As you look at you and wink.
What do you mean by faith?
You see.
Yeah,
Yeah. Go ahead and roll piloting at an advantage and add a 2 situational bonus to that because you are using the force. Oops, someone died.
No, I'm alive. I just rejoined.
Okay.
See, I was never worried. I don't know why you were.
All right. Yeah, and in the distance, Illum glows for you as if it were a sun. As the rest of you guys pretty much see Jarrus flying out into nowhere. Occasionally tugging up and down on the ship doing flying up, flying down. You know, it's just darkness, stars everywhere. But, you know, by the Force or hacking or Zen, you guys end up on Illum. Hovering over the planet, you are greeted with a dust cloud up in space, which conceals you from the massive Imperial mining operation.
Shit.
It is guarded by an armada, which will destroy you in an instant. So maybe now's the time for Lumiya and Neron to take the wheel back as you guys attempt to stealthily land in a place where Jarrus pretty much kind of pointed out from space.
Sure. We will try. Neron, come to my help, please.
This should not be. They shouldn't be here.
They shouldn't? I mean,
No.
But why?
This.
I mean, I guess they're riding.
You don't know why they're here.
I mean, I don't even know what this place is. I probably never. I don't think Illum is a notable star system.
Yeah, it's not well known.
Go ahead and roll hide, and you can have advantage because you have a co-pilot in the eyes of.
Okay. Hide this one, I believe. Advantage. Ooh, 19.
Nice. You as you stealthily pierce the atmosphere and land in a downwards cast ravine covered in snow in the middle of absolutely nowhere. As you land, kind of the sandstorm ever raging obscures the side of the mountain. Just for a moment, it abates as the ship touches down, and you see in the distance contours of what is a building that is cut immediately inside the mountain. And it is even amazing that anyone has just opted to build something here, much less what the Empire is doing. But your time is limited. You need to find a way inside the facility and then find a way to conceal the ship before one of the automated drones spots it.
Okay. Do I have any idea how can we conceal it?
You can
maybe
spend a downtime activity.
I have a little question.
Yeah.
Can I cast pick powers on the ship as if it were a friendly creature?
What power do you wanna cast? Infiltrate?
What the fuck? What was the name?
Is the invisibility?
How can a ship be a
smuggle.
friendly creature?
Smuggle. Pass without trace, basically.
Well, it only lasts for an hour. Then we need something more like that on that.
I don't think spells should affect a ship.
No.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. I don't know if it does.
No, they shouldn't. I will let you temporarily conceal it if you spend the tech points required to cast the spell and give me a downtime activity. I will let you conceal it for 4 hours, so half of that downtime activity. As the rest of the players, you can still adventure with the rest of the players. You are just tapping away on your wristband, which you probably have.
Yeah, sure. I'm gonna do that.
So, and when that runs out, if you haven't found a solution, I will roll in secret. And if I roll very bad, or very good in my case, something very bad might happen, up to and including you guys losing the ship.
Oh shit.
Yeah, we got like 14 things to scrap on that ship. We can't lose.
I have 6,000 credits there. I mind you. I mean, I guess you own me 10,000, so it's better. But
Oh,
I
10,000 was not. It was. I would say I would pay you 6,000.
What?
Anyway, while we land, he'll give you the 2,000 he has on him.
No. You told me I didn't take your payment because I told you like because you're poor, and you need to buy some stuff. But after that, like you said, when the job is complete, you pay us 10,000, I think.
No, I didn't say 10,000. I said 6.
6?
Yes.
Bruh. No, you didn't.
I'm telling you, I said 6. I did not have even close to 10,000.
Sure.
I did say I was going to give you something interesting. Oh, you found something interesting.
Let's say it was 6,000. Okay.
That's why you already know, Lumiya, that you should always have a witness whenever striking deals, especially with traveling space monks.
No, I just like I will remember that.
As the landing the landing door of the ship hisses open, you guys are blasted by the cold. Yeah, just by walking on the surface of Illum, even though you have low temperature clothing, the tempo, it's apparently a tempo, even though close by is like an hour in this weather to get there. All of you lose 2 hit dice.
Oof.
Okay.
As the cold gets inside your bones or inside your servos, human for you.
Fair.
And you arrive at the door of this place, and yeah, of course, it is only accessible to Force users. However, it is open. Someone was just here. You peer inside this darkness, and in the very far end, there's a second door, and in front of that door is a silhouette. Crispy. What do we see? What do the players see?
I think they'd see a man in about his 30s, maybe late 20s. He has like starch white hair, very clean-shaven face. He's wearing a brown leather jacket over some very simple white armor. He's like hands behind his back, looking at the second door as if he's inspecting it. Kind of distracted, not noticing you enter right now.
All right. Someone has just came. Did you come on a ship, Penn?
Probably would have.
Right. You didn't hitch a ride on one of the Imperial drones buzzing over.
No, probably not.
No. Okay. So there's another ship somewhere over here. We'll see how much of that ship survived. Later.
Yes.
But yeah. Now that you see Penn, I guess Neron, who was already tinkering with his wristband, you also discover his ship not far from yours.
If I see people entering, I will take out my vibroblade.
Okay.
Lumiya immediately takes out her sniper rifle and puts a laser point on you and say, hey, mate, what are you doing over there?
What are you doing here? How much you know about this place? Are you with the Empire?
I could ask the same of you. Are you Imperial?
Do I look like an Imperial?
Human just stands there and stares.
I've been fooled before.
Mm-hmm.
Force disturbing waves wash over the 2 present Force users, or if anyone else can says the Force, because we don't know if Heavy Harjacc will modify his character. Disturbance in the Force washes over you guys as you sense a Force presence deep within. This would be the thing that has been calling to you from across the universe. Now that you are closer, you can see that it is individually calling to both of you, and also the resonance of that call echoes in between you, so that you two know that it has chosen you two individually for some reason. And the closer to it you get, now you are very close to it, you sense in it disappointment. It seems that there were more people called, but only you two have come. And of course, in the Force, true coincidences are rare, so it's small wonder that you have arrived here at the same time. Karen.
You were called here as well.
Yes, I was, but I was with an. I didn't expect to see anybody else here.
Neither did I. It's just as well. I think we both might need some help before this is done.
A lot more help than we thought. I didn't think the Empire would be here. At all places, not this place.
Yes, it's disturbing.
Between the Imperial mining operation and you guys, there is a glacier that has maybe 300 miles thickness. No scanner can detect this place. In fact, even if they drew straight through this place with those massive drills that are around the equator, they might still not realize that there is anyone here. In fact, this is the perfect hideout for whatever this place is. They are right here. Most of the personnel here is droids. There are almost no personnel on the world. Everyone's up in space. Whoever has created a black site, for lack of a better word, here is actually very smart. And as you inspect this this second gateway that is presented to you, that actually locks the sanctum, yeah, this is or was a Jedi temple. It's maybe 500 years old. You guys can roll lore. Everyone that has lore can roll lore, even the non-Jedi.
I don't think I have lore. Nope.
Oh, I thought I net one. Bet.
Yeah, the first door, the one on the outside, it was a simple, easy to use telekinesis. But this door is a little bit more difficult to get past. Whatever mechanism controls it is stuck. But you have a very easy way of getting through, Penn. If only you had something that could cut through the door.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that, or do you want to?
I don't think he's there yet.
Okay.
He can feel this weird connection between him and Jarrus, but there's still like a bunch of other people as well.
I'll also make a lore check.
Only someone here had a glowing can opener.
Oh my, it's 23. I guess I also know that, right? Nice.
Oh goodness! Wow, 23. Yeah. You actually find the mechanism that controls the door.
Like guys, you can just press this button, guys. Like, what are you watching?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Covered in frost, you find this this button. It's like three fingers deep in the permafrost. But it makes sense that it's there.
Okay. I also have like the what is it? I carry it with me, the fusion counter. So
it might break it.
Yeah, I guess, I don't know. Like, anyone have good hands here? Neron, can you help me with this one?
Is it strength or sleight of hand? Sorry, like athletics.
Depending on what skill you use, it'll be a different effect on the door. You can use sleight of hand.
Would my slicer kit be any help here?
Yes, a slicer's kit is exactly what you need to not damage it. You can either roll your slicer kit, or you can roll sleight of hand, whichever you choose.
Yeah, I'll do the slicer kit.
Okay. Go ahead and click that. 12. Yeah, 12 is enough to unlock the door. But you still need to, because the door is frozen shut, you still need to actually pull it open wide enough for you guys to slink in.
Try to push it open.
All right.
Yeah,
Go
let's
ahead.
try
And
it.
athletics check, and someone said that he's helping, so you can have advantage.
$17.
The door slides open with a groan, and you guys are admitted into a small vestibule with a center stone. And in the middle of the center stone, it is boxed by now removed kyber crystals. And on either side of the center stone, there's a stairway descending down.
What is this place exactly, guys?
Probably some mining hideouts. I don't know who built this shit.
It might very well be.
Jarrus, and I'm sorry. Your name once again?
I haven't told you my name.
Oh, yes, that's why I'm asking. Like, have a comment. Oh God,
He thought he had you with that one.
Insufferable, God. Whatever. And you, random monk. What is this place?
It's a Jedi temple.
Yes, it appears to be a temple.
Like,
A mining temple?
No.
like, temple of what? I assume you like. I mean, you looked funny at each other, and you said like you were cold or something. I doubt it was. I mean, was it on the phone? I don't know. Anyway,
You don't
What
look like
is
a
this?
pickaxe wielding type, really.
Well, you'd be surprised. I've donned many hats. But you're right, I'm not a miner.
alright. So, is it like, what is this temple? What does it do?
I'll look at Jarrus and say, do you trust these people?
Enough to be enough. This used to be a Jedi temple.
Oh my. Well, that's fascinating.
So not miners?
No,
mean-
no minus.
I guess that makes sense. Yeah, it does. Oh,
Also doesn't make sense that everything been beckoning.
we're gonna have a talk about that one later, yes? But for now, let's continue. I assume you know what you're doing here then.
Actually, no.
Oh no. Oh god damn it.
Out to a
You
strange
guys.
planet. No idea what
Why-
we're doing. No idea
Why
who
do you
we're
make me so
finding.
sad, Jarrus? Why?
What was called here?
Right.
Both of us called here.
Alright,
Harjacc, what are we doing here? Why this place?
do you, a random person monk that refuses to tell us his name and who is just this all very secretive and all, can you please enlighten us? Maybe you have any idea what to do.
I'm afraid I have about as much of a clue as your friend.
Damn it, you're useless. Oh well. Okay.
All I know is
The
we should
Force have
probably
plans.
travel.
Yeah, sorry.
Alright.
All I know for sure is that we should probably travel deeper, as Jarrus here said. The Force has plans.
Very well, lead forward. But just like gather more information next time, please.
The Force works in mysterious ways. Sometimes you don't get the information. It just sends you on a path, and if I ask you to follow.
If there's a turret or an explosive shard that's gonna explode under my leg, I will not blame the Force, I will blame you. Now, please carry on.
I got you there. As Human hears the conversation, tries to join it a little bit, he sends forward his little drone and that scurries off to find whatever. It's off to find stuff.
God,
Cool.
droids carrying droids.
Tracker droid interface. You need to give it a particular order. Human. What do you say to your little droid?
Go find out what's around here.
All right. The little droid beeps and boops and hovers off.
Is it a map for this? Oh, we're 39 right now. Sorry.
No maps.
Okay.
It's a very simple facility. It has the droid is already mapping it out. The droid that you sent on. It's a single corridor and it has about 20 rooms on one side and 20 rooms on another side. But when the droid reaches the end, it says that there's that the tunnel itself is frosted over, and that there's more to the facility, but it simply cannot find a way through. And it's kind of like, it's printing these little hints, and it's like, a mining operation of 30 people can clear the debris, and an explosive charge of this and this magnitude and power can clear the debris. Digging straight down with a
explosive charge. Well, don't mind if I do, because I have an explosive charge fragmentation. Do you want me guys to use it?
Seems only fair.
As you
Seems
flank
like a bad idea, honestly.
As you flank the center stone, the air, even though it grows staler, it actually becomes a lot warmer. And as you make it further past these empty rooms that are there's no power. There looks like there was power at some point, but there's currently no power in the facility. And the few rooms that you guys pass are ghostly and empty. But as you get further into the facility, there's always a little bit of a slant downwards, and on both sides there are little trickles of water. As you get closer, the volume of the water increases, and you guys get the sense that there's a river around you somewhere, around the ice. And although frosted on the inside, there's actually a facility here that is just frosted over on the inside. So this is not an ice tunnel. This is a facility, and the tunnels are frosted over. Once you restore power, the ice will melt, which will probably deal with that blockage over there. So you pass these rooms, and at first the inscriptions on every room has an inscription. It's, room 1, room 2, room 3. As you progress further into the facility, it becomes classroom 1, classroom 2, classroom 3. And as you progress even further into the facility, it becomes, alien studies, human biology, Ossus lore, Tython lore, Coruscant lore, and all of these, rooms. And finally, Neron's droid beeps, and it's like, I found a medical chamber, and the medical chamber is occupied. There's a creature frozen in carbonite.
What?
Huh.
Neron, your little droid.
We found something.
It's humans, right?
It's my noise.
What? Can you tell what race it is? What species it is, sorry?
It appears to be a hut.
Hut?
There's a frozen hut.
Leave him. Leave him.
And as human's little droid delivers this information, you guys sense another quaking, this time louder reverberation in the force. It is coming exactly from that medical room. It's pretty much speaking to you in your heads, and it's saying, "Come."
That's ominous.
So there's a thing in the medic room. We should. I don't know. It's not moving, so we're safe. We could leave it.
No,
I mean, we can make our mysterious friend go forward.
Yes, let him go first. That's a very good plan. Make the organics go first.
Sure, no problem. And Penn will take point and head towards the medical room.
He will follow behind you closely.
With very self-assured steps, not even looking for traps.
That's a bad idea.
The force presence of this thing, its psyche awakened but its body still lagging behind, is in stark contrast with like the general picture of the force which you sense. Normally the force is very subtle. It is only present whenever you wish to use it or whenever you are deep in meditation. It becomes apparent to you secrets that it otherwise wouldn't share. However, in the past couple of months, it has been like a roar in your head. Couple of months, couple of years even for some of you. Somewhere out in space, there is this presence that is ominous, and it tips the force towards the dark side. And you sense the dark side pretty much all the time now. And being here, you see the juxtapose, the counterpoint. This presence here tips the force on the other side, and whatever shattered remains of the force there are after Geonosis, and you guys know what happened on Geonosis, This thing and whatever is out in space is kind of keeping it in balance. However, it is balanced on a razor's edge, and it's not gonna tip over in one end or the other. It's going to break. As this realization dawns on you when you flank this medical chamber. The medical chamber, the far side of the medical chamber, there's a big old janky hole. Go ahead and roll technology, whoever wants, as you guys troop into this room.
Oh, I think I got this.
Big old janky hole.
Don't mind if I do. I'm shit.
That's a big old janky hole.
Alright.
That's my analysis.
The big old janky hole, a shape charge was used to merge this room with another room underneath. The medical room is right above the engineering
Renovations
room.
got desperate.
There is so you peer through the hole. The hole is in the wall, but on the other side of the wall, the hole is in the ground. So they kind of use the shape charge to make an angled hole that connects this facility with the facility underneath. And slotted against the wall are two ancient generators, which dip these rods into this teal liquid underground. This is the facility's power generators. They have been turned off, and with your 25 technology skill, you can activate the power human if you want. As you consider this, Jarrus, you and Penn, once again the presence calls upon you, and it says activate the power.
So it seems like the generator's out, but we want lights or no?
Please.
Yes.
Easy to see.
The human jumps down, presses the big obvious button to him, and power turns back on.
The facility rattles to life. The several rods protruding from the generator descend down into whatever soup this is. And slowly, around you, human, and around you guys, lights in the walls begin to go off and the ice begins to melt. In the middle of this room, where the frozen fat chunk of H.U.M.A.N carbonite is, it begins to thaw, but the walls around it thaw earlier. And the opposite wall of the one that was destroyed is a big panoramic window looking to a huge underwater ocean. Its water is perfectly clear and teal in color. And there are like walks everywhere that protrude out like bays out into this ocean, and multiple facilities which are currently thawing out. There's a hydroponics facility, there's a waste processing facility, a hydro facility, power facility, various classrooms, and even an indoor space port, I guess. But whatever port the ships must fly into is somewhere above in the glacier, and that's still frozen solid. The thawing lines that would lead to it, you guys see from this panoramic window, have been severed. So as to not open a big hangar door out in the facility. So the facility is already prepared for a very small population of people. Maybe it can support 50 people if they can grow their own food in time. And the molten chunk of carbonite hisses and lights up and heats up, and this hut pretty much drops on out and plumps against the ground wetly. And he pushes himself up with his little tiny hut hands, and he begins to speak, and he says, "Yoda, you idiot! Where are you?" And he begins to blindly wave his little impotent hands around.
Is he naked?
Well, he's a hut. Yes, he's naked.
Extraordinarily naked. Can I try to speak to him in Huttese and try to calm him or help him get his bearings?
Sure.
Who the
sure.
fuck is Yoda?
You approach this creature, and its hand grabs your own, and he instantly pushes himself up, and he's like waving blindly, and he says, "Where is the boy? Where is Yoda? Where is the boy? Who are you? Why are you here?"
God, God, what the fuck did we tell him? We're passing through.
We was called here.
Yes.
I wasn't calling you. I was calling the boy. He's cocked everything up. I sense the tear. I sense the wound. Where is he?
What
Step
boy are
forward.
you talking about?
I mean, we don't have any young boys for you. I'm sorry.
I don't keep any boys.
I mean, we can, like, I guess if you guys, my clients want you to, transport you somewhere, I guess we can find you a place where you can buy or rent young boys. But
Shut up. Shut up.
Remember our
Jumps up from
we
the
part ways
generator
when we
room.
disagreed on something.
He
Insufferable
jumps
woman.
up from the generator room and he looks around and says, "Are you the miner who made this, or?"
Nobody likes miners.
Ah, come on, guys. He says, mine. This isn't a mine. This is a temple. It's a Jedi temple. Where's the boy Yoda? And he's kind of waving his hands around.
Well, I've only ever known one Yoda, but I wouldn't exactly call him boy.
He blinks. He's trying to open his eyes, and they're like shut. And he says, "Well, he wouldn't be a boy now. He would be. Well, he wouldn't be a boy.
Old.
Well, where is he?" And he's kind of slithering towards you.
Well, I don't
Probably
know.
died.
Nobody knows.
Okay. He says, well, and this is who he sends me. And he says, he does he clicks his tongue and he says, skittish, very skittish, but our temples have been destroyed before. Our temples have burned before. Come, lead me to the mess hall. And he grabs onto you, Harjacc. And he says, lead me to the mess hall so I may sit and gather myself. If you are who I get, then you are who I get. There is no help for that now. And he sounds a little bit mournful, and he says, "Oh, you stupid boy." And you lead him pretty much into another room with another like panoramic window overlooking the little ocean. And he says, you are not Jedi. Neither of you are Jedi. You two maybe were Jedi, but what you are now is not Jedi.
And what are we?
Well,
Thanks.
But does it matter?
you are the old crone is wise. It doesn't matter. But you are what we would call hope. You are both in war. I sense the war upon you. And the rest of you, can you leave us, please? Can you wait outside?
Sure.
What happens here is sacred to my order, and you are.
But,
not yet
however,
privy.
I must say, if you have any credits here, it will be helpful, because those two, at least not those two, like you, a man with no name, you're all right. You Jarrus, oh you Jarrus, if you wanna hear from that guy, and you will ask me to go and drive you somewhere else, we're gonna have a talk. So go find something. Anyway, have a nice day. Neron, please come.
Human spits on the ground and follows. Spits oil, obviously.
Okay.
Okay.
Does anyone besides the Jedi stay, or ex-Jedi?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Yeah, I'm before you go on with the Jedi size, it's just like a question, because everything light up, right? Can we
Yeah.
like do something to make it more sneaky? Because like I don't want my ship to just get bombarded with droids now.
You have about about 2.5 hours left of whatever Neron has been doing, tapping away on his
Okay.
on his.
Totally not paying attention to any
I'll go-
conversation at
I'll go
all,
research,
just all in a fucking pad.
But,
Okay,
but
I'll just ask Harjacc to help me research this place and like find money or something valuable.
Everyone's
Human
been
tells
interested about their Jedi cult.
Human tells his droid to listen into the conversation.
okay, cool. The little droid hovering above you guys. I'm not gonna give. If it were you, I'd give you an oppose check to the other players. Your stealth against their perceptions. But because it's not you, it's your droid, I'm gonna not give him a check. I'm gonna make your droid fail.
Fair enough.
The hut doesn't seem to do anything, but you guys can, Jarrus and Penn. The little droid hovering above you guys.
I will.
How big is the droid?
How big is
Yeah,
the
good
droid?
question.
Yeah, is it
Sure.
small, tiny, medium?
It's a tiny
Large.
creature. It's a familiar tiny creature.
Force pull it towards himself.
All right, eat, and yeah, it fires its little boosters to oppose you, but it is, I won't give it a save. You can have it.
He's going to look at it and then look at it straight in the eyes. Say, "Don't bring your little one in here again, droid." As he throws it out the room.
All right, and throw it out the door. The little thing rubs against the opposite door, the opposite wall. It's a little bit scraped, but it hasn't taken any damage. It almost broke though. It's borderline glasswork.
Droids.
Organics.
We're gonna. I'm gonna bring you guys down with me in another channel, and we'll be about 5 minutes. We're not gonna stop the YouTube recording. YouTube will listen into this. But after we are done, after these 5 minutes elapse, we're gonna have another 5-minute break, and then we'll go into another hour of the game. So
Sounds like I have time to go to the toilet.
yeah, the rest of you guys can have a
What I was
10-minute
thinking exactly.
10-minute
Oh,
break,
yeah.
and Jarrus and Penn will only have a 5-minute break, or we'll see. Whatever. We're not gonna count the time. I'll see you guys down there. Oops.
Hello.
Come on. Yeah. Oh. Oops. Harjacc isn't here. Oops. Yeah. As the rest of your party troops out, the hut waves an impotent little hand, and the door pretty much slams closed. And he says, he gets up. His eyes are a little bit open now. It's amazing how quickly he recovers, considering he's first incredibly out of shape, secondly being frozen in carbonite, and thirdly he appears to be very old, even older than Yoda, to be referring to him as boy. And he says, I have questions, and you have questions, and I will start with the least pertinent. Why are there not more of you? What happened?
Did you not aware of Order 66? The purge of us.
I've been asleep. I've been asleep for 600 years.
600 years?
I've been asleep for 600 years. And he repeats himself as if he's challenged. And he kind of looks emptily away. His hut shoulders struggling to like break out of his form. He's not like any hut that you've seen before. He is girthy, he is fat, but his belly, when he extends it up, he stands a little bit higher than other fat huts that cannot push themselves off the ground, and he has a row of of scaly muscle on his belly.
Yeah.
And he's holding onto a cafeteria table, and he's trying to blink his eyes.
Can I use lend aid to try to like help him? Like ease like the blindness?
He has carbonite sickness. I don't know if we can crack Wikipedia and figure it out. Yeah, I'll let you heal his blindness. What's that, Lindy?
Can I try to do like some kind of insight to see if it's full of shit, because this is an unlikely story.
Sure. Go ahead and roll insight as you lend aid. What do you do, Jarrus? What does that look like?
Yeah, so he walks up to him, like his hand is like you can for the force user here. You can probably sense like the force energy like gravitates towards his fingers as he like just put his hands on his shoulders to try to like put him at ease, help the blindness.
He seems to be he seems to be accepting of your power, and he says, "You shouldn't. Are you not in hiding? You shouldn't do that."
We are in hiding, but you seem to need help.
This sends ripples through the force, and he kind of blinks his eyes, and he seems to be staring out in nowhere. Penn, you get from him that he isn't entirely aware of how much time has elapsed. It's possible that whatever procedure he's being given was supposed to knock him out for 600 years, but it is impossible to tell just by looking at him how long it's really been. However, it wasn't like Jabba's carbonite freezing. This is he was given an actual medical procedure to be frozen like this. So whatever computer did this to him will probably have logs which you can investigate. You can break off the conversation and go do that now, or you can wait.
I think we would.
Yeah,
unless you want to do that now. I'll wait.
I'm gonna go do it now.
Okay.
I'm not telling this out anything until I find more.
You slide on out, and the room that you are going to is immediately opposite where you are. We're not gonna inform the rest of the party about this, but we are going to.
Oh, it's in another room. Then I probably wouldn't do it.
Okay. We're gonna. Okay, cool. So you remain in this room. Yeah, he has other than whatever other muscular and in his vision side effects he's suffering. He probably has some thing related to not being able to tell the time. But he does call Yoda a boy, so he is very old. And he says,
I'm sorry.
He says, well, if you are unafraid, then perhaps not always lost. Do you sense the darkness on the other side?
I do at times, but I can't really determine what it is. I just feel it.
He says, good. We are in luck. It's not a thing. It is purely a manifestation in the Force. If it becomes a person is when, and he kind of shudders a little bit, and he says, it's a wound in the Force. And it happens when a lot of Force users die at the same time, such as a big war or a fight, and he kind of blinks his eyes, and he says, a purge. Why is the temple on Coruscant empty? Why is the temple of Ossus empty?
What years did it? I'm sorry. I would just say several years ago, we fought a war called the Clone Wars.
And you lost.
Yes and no.
Where was
the
Yoda?
War, he led us, but
he led you? That stupid boy.
Tell me. Grand Master.
The Grand Master. Who elected him Grand Master? And he pushes the little cafeteria table away and it kind of grinds against the icy floor. And he says,
No offense, Hut, but he was or is the wisest and oldest among us. Who are you, exactly?
Then you are not very wise and very old. I guess I am to blame for all. I am his master, his first master. And he kind of stops and he stares off dreamily somewhere. And he forgets that you're there.
You was Master Yoda's master?
I was his first master, yes. It was almost 600 years ago.
What year do you think it is?
So I actually don't know the calendar other.
Yeah, that's actually a good point. What was the calendar before the battle?
Yeah, whatever. We're gonna make some shit up. And he tells you a date during the High Republic about 200 years ago. He thinks it's about 200 years ago. So he's actually going backwards. He should be going forwards if he doesn't know what year it is.
Wait, so he only thinks it's been 200 years, but he's supposed to be asleep for 600, or he's thinking 600, but only
And
been
he's been
200.
800.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
800.
thinks he's been asleep for 600. He's been asleep for 800, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
It is only through his multiple livers that he's even survived the procedure. However, he no longer has the multiple livers. He's mortally sick now. After surviving such a procedure.
Well, it's you've been asleep for about 200 years more than that.
He says, and where is Yoda now? And he
You
blinks
don't
his eyes.
know.
The wound,
Either
yes. Wound.
Either he's dead or he's hidden somewhere.
He's not dead. He is difficult to kill, but he is not dead.
He's in hiding, like the rest of us were.
He is in exile. And he blinks his eyes. And he
All
says,
of us are.
that's neither here nor there. Well, no, you're not. You're here. You came. I called and you came. Why is it only you? Why is there not more?
There's not many of us left. We've been hunted. I told you about this war. We was betrayed by the armies of the Republic. They killed many of us. Women, children, many in the temple. I don't even know. I mean, till today, I didn't even think there was many of us left.
And he looks to be lucid for a brief moment. And he leans back down against the table and he says, I see. Well, the order is about to end. If you are the last one, then the order may have already ended. I need to meditate on this. You are strong, but you are not sufficient. And he says, stay, remain, go explore the facility. I will be here. I will center myself. Attend me tomorrow morning, and we will speak more.
When he says he's strong, though, before he leaves, he would say if we were strong, we wouldn't be here right now.
He says, well...
Like a look of disappointment causes as he started walking away.
He gets to the door and he pushes the door open and he stops to look at you and he says, well, in that case, you are stronger than you think. If you think that, perhaps... No. If the boy is not here, then... No. And he opens the door and he begins to slither out. All right.
Well, that was strange.
All right.
It was unexpected.
Let's go back up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, go ahead, Jarrus. You guys can have as many minutes alone as you want.
Yeah, I didn't expect us to find anyone else. Didn't expect to find you here.
Yes, my name is Penn, by the way. I didn't expect to see anyone else either, let alone 1,000-year-old hut.
I don't know what to believe this man.
It seems an unlikely story.
But we have seen many unlikely things.
Yes. Let's see what he has to say tomorrow. We can decide what to do afterwards. Also, I've struggled with surviving as well. I don't tell myself this often, but Order 66 was not our fault.
He looks at you and say that. You say that, but who's better prepared maybe when it happened? We trusted the clones and you see what they did.
Yeah, I trusted those clones more than almost anyone. I don't think I've truly trusted anyone since.
He won't. He would like look at you like there's like ups to silence as you just nod his head along to. He's like he clearly agrees with you about the assessment, but it's hard for him to speak about it.
After a while of like kind of uncomfortable silence, Penn will just say, "Let's rejoin your friends."
Yeah. Well, I want to call them friends, but
Yes, they do seem like strange company for a Jedi.
did you hear what the old man said? Are we really in Jedi anymore? We
Well, I
relics
was
of the
never,
past.
I was never a full Jedi, so I never completed my training.
You never completed your training, and you never
Yes, I was
completed.
I was a Padawan when
Under
Order
who?
66 happened. Sorry, what did you say?
He said, "So if you didn't just have your master, I'm sorry. I'm using under who?"
Oh, my master was called H.U.M.A.N. We were mostly assigned to diplomatic missions. So, I didn't actually do a lot of fighting during the Clone Wars. Did some of it.
I was just became a knight not long after they started, before the Order 66.
Huh.
Right. We wasted enough time here. Let's go get the
Yes.
others.
Agreed.
Okay. You guys troop on out of the room. 2. Boom. Boom.
So
You guys troop on out of the room to see the rest of the players. The rest of the party hunkered around the corridor, or maybe not, as
no,
Master Salazar.
I would like to search everything and strip everything of value.
Okay. Master Salazar goes in the other direction, and he looks like he can barely slither, but he's making good time.
Master Salazar, we're on a first name basis with him now. I see
Actually,
how it is.
he never said his name, but I forgot.
Not even to Jedis?
Nope, he did not.
What's up with the slug?
No.
Apparently,
Yeah, go on.
apparently he's a Jedi Master. An old one at that.
Yes, he claims to have been asleep for 600 or 800 years, actually.
Bro, what?
There wasn't a beauty sleep, let me tell you.
I don't think those would work on Hutts.
Got him. Harjacc fist bumps the droid. That was fucking sick.
Droid with a sense of humor. Great.
It is in fact great, yes, I agree. I'm better than you, a guy who refuses to tell us name. I mean,
Right.
the droid at least had a decency to do it.
Hey,
Well,
there you go.
to be fair, this is an Imperial controlled planet and I didn't know you, but my name is Penn.
Okay.
Is that short for
Oh.
something?
Does it
No.
matter?
Okay.
What did you expect, Penathan?
I don't know you.
Oh, it's just Penn.
Oh.
Why did we find you here?
Well,
You got called here like me.
Yes, as your friend Jarrus here says, I was called here the same as him.
Well, you call them friends, sure.
I don't know,
Well,
I heard about this Jedi mumbo jumbo stuff, like they can do some funny stuff. I only read it about not on the news when they fucked up.
You've never seen Jarrus do anything that defies logic?
This is the second time I've seen him. I've been with him for 3 days, man.
I mean, I know they
No.
like war on Coruscant, and then they failed, like everyone.
That's not how it happened. But
Really?
of course, that's what we told.
I mean, I didn't really care that much. I guess we can discuss it later.
Yes.
I just know him as a grumpy fuck who likes slavery.
Sort of, what?
I just know him as a grumpy fuck who likes slavery.
No. Fair enough.
Who likes slavery?
So did I found anything of value?
We're gonna have a small break of about
Okay.
5 minutes,
Okay.
and then we will see what it is that you have found. YouTube, we'll see you in the next episode.